Good morning and welcome to Germany. It is 8:30 and I'm just leaving Safenersdorf. Ideally, I would have liked to show you the bakery with, in my opinion, the best cakes in the world. As it happens, it is Sunday and they've closed. That said, if you enjoy good cake, this place is a must, and here's their website. No, I don't get any money for that plug. You could go here when you take a trip to Dresden, which I believe to be the prettiest German city because it was extensively and expensively restored after the wall fell. But back to the trip. As we are in Germany, let's quickly start with the German and then the Polish travel cards.
Hello and welcome to Germany. Here is a snapshot of useful travel information. The currency is the euro, and in cases of emergency, dial 112. If you plan to use a drone, check the latest regulations at lba.de. If you're driving, there is no road toll. There are a number of charging networks run by major regional operators like EnBW, BP+, Ionity and Shell Recharge, etc. Finally, here are some places I recommend visiting. What would you like to see? Welcome to Poland. Here is a snapshot of useful travel information. The currency is the Polish zloty, and in cases of emergency, dial 112. If you plan to use a drone, check the latest regulations at droni.gov.pl, and all flights need to be pre-registered. If you are driving, road toll is collected at toll booths along the roads. There are a number of charging networks run by local and regional operators like Greenway, Econ, etc. Large international operators like BP Pulse, Ionity and Shell Recharge are also present. Finally, here are some places I recommend visiting. What would you like to see?
The first stop today and on our way to Poland will be Turnov. If that sounds familiar, it is a charging station I also stopped at yesterday. There I'll charge again because it is kind of on the way to our main stop in Poland, Zamek Ksiaz, near Wałbrzych. This also officially marks the day when I start butchering names properly. Zamek Ksiaz was built in the 13th century and is the third largest castle in Poland. As we saw with the Swikov Castle in Czechia, this one too has been modified in Renaissance style, though this time a bit earlier, i.e. in the 16th century already. This resulted in the fortress character to be largely lost. During World War II, the Nazis built approximately 2 kilometers of underground paths as bunkers for high-ranking officers. But that was not all. They also destroyed a lot of the interior decoration of the castle, as it did not fit their style. After World War II, the Russian army occupied it and plundered whatever was left. When I first walked up to the castle, it looked underwhelmingly small, yet once inside I noticed its real size. There is an outlook that also gives a better impression on the way to or from the car park, but I went there afterwards. Because of the extensive looting through the Nazis and the Russian soldiers, the interior does not look anywhere near as pompous as, for example, Schönbrunn in Vienna. However, the curators made a really good effort to restore its beauty. What I liked most, though, was the outside of the castle. Walking around, it provided some viewing angles that reminded me of Hogwarts. Absolutely stunning. After Zamek Ksiaz, the plan was to visit Lubin Castle. However, that was just the beginning of things not going to plan. I'm sure the castle is all I expected to be, it just happens to be not where I expected it to be. This subtle difference of an L is to blame, clearly. Said castle is not in the city of Lubin, but in the city of Lublin. And that one is close to the Ukraine border, which sadly is not on my route. So I cut my losses and went to find a place for the night. I was lucky there and found a nice campground in Slawa, and it actually had a lake with water in it. Would you believe it? So, to finish off today's journey, let's have a quick look again at the map and the driving data. I started in Zafernosdorf in Germany, drove 64 kilometers to Turnov in Czech Republic to charge the car from 46 to 97%, which was 43 kilowatt hours. After that, I continued into Poland and reached Zamek Ksiaz after around 130 kilometers. From there, I drove 81 kilometers to Lubin to find that the castle wasn't there, and added another 66 kilometers to today's tally to get to Slawa for a swim in the lake and spend the night. As always, the consumption and charging information is on my website www.TRAVELectric.net. Thank you for joining me again on this journey, and I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of you on our next stage, when we change gear from culture to science. Any guesses where I'll be stopping next? You have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.